tomar dormindo, vai tomar dormindo, vai tomar.
Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be talking about Aaron Rodgers to the Arizona Cardinals. How random. Let's break it down. Alright guys, it all started when John Breach from CBS came on live air and said Aaron Rodgers to the Arizona Cardinals could and would make sense.
Really winding down, is Rodgers a good bridge quarterback that they would want to come in and try and win some games next season?
Yeah, this almost feels like the perfect bridge situation for him because who did the...
So this was just someone saying something. It didn't come from any rumor, from any insider or anything like that. It was kind of just him analyzing the situation in Arizona and saying, oh, Aaron Rodgers would be a good fit here. But let's break it down on why he said that, what the possibilities are, and how likely this is to actually end up happening. Let's start from the beginning. Alright, so the Cardinals situation at QB is extremely bad. Kyler Murray went to the Vikings. Jacoby Brissett is the presumed starter. He only won one game with the Cardinals last season. He's holding out on all preseason activities until he gets an extension worth starting QB money. The Cardinals seem to be unsure whether they want to pay Jacoby Brissett starting QB money or not, as he is just a temporary bridge quarterback for right now. He was a backup QB, had to take over for Kyler when he was injured, and then ended up finishing out the rest of the season, but it did not go that well. Whether you want to chop that up to injuries, or the defense, or the offense, I guess if you want to say, but at the end of the day, he did not win more than one game with the Cardinals. Second QB is Gardner Minshew. Now, Gardner Minshew played 4 games with the Chiefs last season, and he ended up going down with a pretty bad knee injury and was placed on injured reserve, and then the Cardinals picked him up in the offseason. So, and then the third QB option, Carson Beck. Carson Beck.
Dame un grr. Un qué? Un grr. Un qué? Un qué? Un grr. Un qué? Un grr.
Drafted 3rd round from college, from the University of Miami. Not the ideal starter for Arizona. He has a lot of flaws he has to work on. Once again, 3rd round pick. He does have a lot of experience in college, as he was in college for quite some time. But at the end of the day, he has no NFL experience, and he was not a first-round quarterback, and, well, he just... Alright, now let's break down how this kind of just thought started becoming into a rumor. So, in Malibu, Aaron Rodgers, on vacation with his wife, was spotted in Malibu with an Arizona Cardinal sweatshirt. From what I've seen so far, this picture is not fake. It is real. It is not AI. The sweatshirt has not been switched. Of course, that could literally just be him wearing Arizona Cardinals gear, but who knows? I mean, who knows? I mean,
Here by myself. Everybody else
What
is
the
over.
Are you delusional?
Are you delusional?
Who am I to say? I mean, what? Anyways, and then, to further the situation, Kendrick Bourne, a wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals, tweeted at Aaron Rodgers saying, "Come on, we waiting on you." We are waiting on him. Anyways, here are the legitimate links that could possibly bring Aaron Rodgers to Arizona. First of all, Nathaniel Hackett, he was the offensive coordinator in Green Bay for some time. During that time, Rodgers won back-to-back MVPs in 2020 and 2021, and the Packers had one of the best offenses in the league. So there is some familiarity with Nathaniel Hackett. Secondly, he's had success with Hackett. Aaron Rodgers is particularly known for wanting to go somewhere where he knows the staff, he is familiar with the staff, he might be familiar with the play style or playbook. That all fits into character in Arizona. Secondly, in Green Bay, Matt LaFleur was a coach for Rodgers. Who's the Arizona Cardinals head coach? Mike LaFleur. Although not related, still, the style shows similarities, the playbook shows similarities, so that could be a familiarity for Aaron Rodgers, kind of knowing the system already and being able to fit into it pretty easily. Could happen, I don't know. Alright, now let's break down the Pittsburgh situation for Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers is yet to deny or confirm whether he will be re-signing with Pittsburgh, retiring, or leaving. But there is the possibility of retirement. He's 42 years old, which makes him the oldest starting QB in the NFL at this time. The Steelers were expecting an answer from Aaron Rodgers before the NFL draft in 2026, and that did not happen. And reportedly, the Steelers are incredibly frustrated with Rodgers and his holding out on a response. He's chopped it up to, taking time off, spending time with family, going on vacation, all that, but who knows why he's holding out. The Steelers have not pursued any other veteran QBs, basically saying Aaron Rodgers is our guy. Multiple people in their organization have said Rodgers is the guy. But they did enable a right to refusal tender. So what that means is that theoretically, if the Cardinals were to give Rodgers an offer, the Steelers could match that offer, and essentially Rodgers would have to sign with the Steelers if they were to match that offer. So it is a little bit complicated for Rodgers to leave Pittsburgh, but the Arizona Cardinals do have the money for it. They have over $40 million in cap space right now. They have the money. They can take that money, pay Rodgers, and leave Brissett. They can take the money that they would have paid Brissett with, give it to Rodgers, and give him more money. Because so far, if he stays and re-signs in Pittsburgh, he would only be earning $15 million for 1 year, basically. And then obviously, if the Cardinals or any other team were to offer Rodgers and the Steelers do not want to match, he can walk freely, no restrictions there. He can also simply choose to just hold out even longer and not sign anything for any team, including the Steelers. Overall, teams are not extremely likely to pursue Rodgers because of the first refusal tender. It is making the situation a little bit more complicated for teams because if they offer him, Pittsburgh could easily just match that offer and take him right back. And then what happens? You already made your starting QB mad in Jacoby Brissett because you went out and actively looked for someone else rather than paying him. So that's an extremely tough situation for the Cardinals right now. There is no solid evidence connecting him to Arizona in the first place. This all started from a reporter / analyst just saying something, making a suggestion even, and it kind of blew up from there. So it's more of a rumor / not even a rumor really. There reportedly is no actual connection with the Cardinals to Aaron Rodgers. And he also might just want to stay in Pittsburgh. He's nearing retirement. He's familiar with the team. He played there last season, familiar with the coaches, knows the playbook, knows the style. It would be just a lot more convenient for him to stay in Pittsburgh if he wants to play just one more season. Who knows? He's not Tom Brady. And then, like I said, it's relatively hard for him to leave Pittsburgh because of all this contract mess. So yeah, I mean, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers in Arizona playing for the Cardinals. We have a stacked offense, guys. We just need that last piece of a quarterback for that offense to really be good. Our defense, whole different situation. Don't want to talk about it right now. But our offense can be good. We just need someone that can really throw the ball, put players where they need to be, and motivate. You know what I mean? But yeah, it does worry me having a QB that is not extremely mobile, knowing how our O-line is not great. Yes, we drafted some O-line members, but you never know how that's going to work out or pan out, or if they're even going to start in the first place or play in the first place. So it does worry me not having an extremely mobile quarterback. Even if it's Jacoby Brissett, he's not extremely mobile. It does worry me having a quarterback that can't really run like Kyler Murray behind that line. So that's my main concern if Rodgers were to come over to Arizona. But overall, I would be extremely happy with it. I would want to see what happens. But you guys let me know. Do you guys think Aaron Rodgers is going to leave Pittsburgh? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, let me know, was that a W or an L? And as always, on to the next.